Friday. It's 7 o'clock. It's summer. And you know what that means for the Marine Lair podcast? We are heading to Dallas. It's All-Star Week, baby. Let's get it.
It's our second All-Star Week. It's our first time traveling on the road. It was obviously in Seattle last year. This podcast has taken us some crazy places, man. I hope it stays that way because we've had a blast with this thing so far. It's technically still Friday night. We're taking red eyes out to Dallas. When we land, it'll basically be Saturday morning, and then we're just going to start from there.
12:20 a.m. flight here out of PDX. It is going to be a long day on Saturday, so I think we're going to the Futures game. We haven't gotten tickets yet, but I think we're planning to go. But odds are on this flight, I'm getting about maybe 4 hours of sleep. But there's one thing I can look forward to besides All-Star Week when we land. There's a Dunkin' Donuts, actually multiple Dunkin' Donuts in the Dallas airport. You're going to have to stay tuned to that.
We have a bunch of people we're planning to meet up with, a lot we're hoping to get done, but for now, I gotta wait for this flight to take off. This flight doesn't take off till what's technically 1 a.m. It's about 11:30, so we're really traveling through the night.
All right, guys, we have made it to Dallas. And now for one of the most important moments of this entire trip. This is what heaven looks like right here.
We made it. Sleep through day, then we play all through the late night. Well, that's 3 vlogs in a row. I've weaved in a hip hop reference and it worked. Difference is, unlike what Travis Scott says, we're not sleeping through the day.
We made it.
3 hours sleep? That doesn't matter. Look where we are. Look at this monstrosity of a stadium. I have awful memories of a 3rd and 15 Dak Prescott run right in that building.
You know, my main point of this whole thing is I was expecting there to be a Jerry statue somewhere around here. Like, shouldn't there be a Jerry statue?
All right, made it into Globe Life Field. Time for the Futures game. We're going to meet up with our friends from Just Baseball. We're going to watch Harry Ford. We're going to watch Cole Young. Harry's in the Futures game for the 2nd year in a row. Let's see what they got in store.
Batting second, the second baseman for the Arkansas Crackers, number 1, Cole Young.
Foul bunt, it wasn't.
Update on the Mariners Futures game, guys. Cole Young goes 1 for 2. He flipped a single the other way. Harry Ford walked, only got 1 at bat. He was DHing, so we didn't get to see him behind the plate at all. Other than that, ballpark review, what do you think so far?
It's huge. I could take a nap in here.
Feels like a warehouse, very big, but I like it. It's a better warehouse than Chase Field. How about that?
Yeah, I'll agree with that. Futures game is done. We didn't even last to the celebrity softball game. Are you heartbroken?
A little, but you know what? It was taking a while. Shout out the skills competition too. That was fun to watch for a little bit. Roman Anthony of the Red Sox put on a clinic during that thing. He hit 6 home runs in a row at one point, but it's about 7 o'clock here in Dallas. I think we're ready to go get some food.
And it's still hot out, so cheers. Today started at around, for me, 6:40 in the morning. You around 7:20.
We're gonna have a lot in store in these next 3 days. Day 1, honestly, for everything we did, was probably a little bit of a light day because I think there's more coming up in the next 3 days.
You know, the most exciting thing about tomorrow is the Mariners arrive.
The Mariners arrive and we find out our newest Mariner. Who are they picking in the first round of tomorrow's drafts? We're gonna have to wait and find out, aren't we?
It is day 2, Lyle. We've made it. It's draft day. The oddest thing about this whole weekend is that the draft is nowhere near here. This whole All-Star Game Village. The whole point of moving the draft to this weekend is so they could integrate it into All-Star Game Weekend. And then they have the drafts in Fort Worth? Yeah, it's in Fort Worth. So not like as much going on here today.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what goes on around here this afternoon. There will be people around. The question is just how many. We'll see where the day takes us.
Okay, so there's really not a whole lot going on today, so that means we have time to watch the Mariners.
We're in Texas Live watching. They're now on the main screen, and I got to tell you what, I might turn into Frank the Tank. They got walked off in Anaheim on Friday. They put up 1 run on Saturday, and they have followed it up in the Sunday finale to end the first half against the Los Angeles Angels by going scoreless into the 6th inning. But so far, no sign of offense from the Mariners. Score run!
So we've made it to Dallas. The Mariners are 4 picks away right now.
4 away. So draft's gotten going. I don't know if we've talked about that yet. Bazana goes 1, not Weatherholt. Condon goes 3. We're at pick 10. Who do we still want that's still on the board? Bryce Rayner's still there.
Savage is still there. Both Florida State guys are still there. So one of those guys, I feel like would all be good. Again, I think you and I still lean college, but if it happens, it happens.
We heard Scott Hunter this week say there's a chance they'd take a high school arm. Is that Cam Caminiti? He's still on the board. We're going to have to find out in a few picks.
Okay, well, the Mariners made their pick at number 15. It was a college pitcher. Trey Savage was available, but it's not. They went with SEC pitcher Durangelo Senja. Switch pitcher. I think he'll just be a righty, but he can do both. It's fun.
Here's what I'm thinking. Come next year, Senja's going to be in the big leagues with the Mariners. He's going to go 7 or 8 shutout with his right arm, and then he's going to throw out of the bullpen lefty, close it out, and win. Think about it. I know he profiles better as a right-handed pitcher, and as a lefty, they say he's mostly a reliever, but just because you're tired throwing with your right hand doesn't mean you can't then switch to your left hand. I'm calling it. But yeah, this is a cool pick. Maybe the coolest prospect in the draft because he's a switch pitcher from Curacao, had a great career at Mississippi State. And let's say this, I know everybody thought it was going to be Savage, but I'll say this. If the Mariners view Senja as the better arm, hence why they drafted him, they probably know something. I think the Mariners have earned people's trust at this point when drafting arms, especially college arms, that they're going to be good. So I'm fired up about it. I can't wait to watch him pitch. And hopefully we'll meet him here next week in Seattle because he's going to come to Seattle to sign his contract, do his interviews, all that stuff.
Just run it by Scott Service next week. Hey, multiple outings with multiple arms. I think that'll be that.
Let's do it.
Day 2 is officially a wrap. We're out here chilling, having a little bit of fun.
As you can probably tell from the first couple days, first 2 days go a lot slower than the final 2 days where things really ramp up. Today especially. Or that's because the draft's a million miles away out in Fort Worth. I don't know why they did that. Went to go get a couple drinks. We're here in downtown Dallas. Got some really good barbecue food like you saw. And like TJ said, I think things are really going to crank up into here tomorrow.
A good night's sleep and a good day's work tomorrow. We are out here. It is day 3. It is home run derby day. It's supposed to be about 100 degrees today. It's already cooking. We're gonna try and find some more fans to talk to. Our other vlog, we're trying to attempt a challenge. You guys will see that on our YouTube page. We're working our way through that. We're almost there. We're almost more than halfway through that challenge. So we're out here roaming around here on day number 3, home run derby day. We saw Corey Seager. They had a sponsored event inside Texas Live. That was pretty cool. We are going to go check out the play ball park.
That's going to be our first day doing that. We've been waiting to find a good day to go check it out. We're going to do that. We're also hoping doing that's going to help our other vlog. So all encompassing. Additionally, we talked to some Mariners fans because obviously we're doing Mariners content down here in Dallas. We want to know where all the Mariners fans traveling in this week are traveling from, who they want to trade for.
We're a local guy. I live up here in Texas now, but Kirkland American Little League back in the day, so hometown representing.
I live in Dallas, but I'm from Seattle originally.
What part of Seattle?
Lacey.
What do you want to see the Mariners do at the deadline?
Oh, we need some offense. I'd love to see a splash. I don't care if it's Pete Alonso, Vlad Guerrero.
What do you want to see this team do at the deadline?
Well, we definitely need a bullpen arm short. You know, where the bullpen's hurting a little bit. Maybe a 5th bottom of the rotation guy, but I mean, everyone knows we need bats, man. We need some bats, get some power.
So if I threw a trade of Paul Sewald and Christian Walker out to you, the answer is an immediate yes.
Yeah, I'd take that. I'd take Pete. I would take, I don't know about Jazz, though. I'm not too high on Jazz Chisholm.
We've been busy with some stuff. We just met up with a friend of mine who's a big content creator. His name's Alex Day. You've probably seen him on your For You page if you watch enough sports content. He's doing some interviews with T-Mobile. We hopped on the mic with him to do that, asked some really good questions. I think it's time to go into the All-Star Village. We have not done that yet. We're ready to do it. We're also ready to complete this challenge vlog. Let's hope we can find the rest of our teams in there.
So we're here in the play ballpark, in the old Rangers ballpark. You probably recognize the center field scaffolding, like suites, yeah, whatever it is out here. You might recognize that, but we're in here. We're right out here in center field, working on our challenge, checking out the play ballpark, and experiencing All-Star Game weekend. Just ran into a podcast listener. Shout out Joey. Thanks for tracking us down. That was awesome. Always cool to run into some guys here.
I don't know how people showed up to games here in the summer. It is absolutely boiling. Cool ballpark. This is one of the parks I never got to before it closed down. So, to see the big white scaffolding, like you said, it's a little bit iconic, especially watching all these AL West games over the years. It's cool to be in the park, but yeah, it's hot.
We're now live on the field in the Rangers' old stadium, Choctaw Stadium. Yeah, how did they play games here? It is steaming hot right now.
Do you know what we're about to say? Podcast followers do. Build roofs.
They did.
No, on their new stadium, not the old stadium. They should have learned a long time ago. Anyway, Fan Fest has been really cool. There's a bunch of awesome events going on. What's up? Oh, it's our boys. It's our boys right here.
Let's go.
Woo! If you couldn't tell, Those are our friends Matt and Coda. You know them better as Bavita Tailgate. We got them on the mic earlier to do some content with them. They did some content with us for their channel that we're going to collab on.
Can you name the 4 Mariners who are part of the 3,000 hit club?
Whoa, Ken Griffey Jr.?
Nope.
Edgar Martinez?
Nope.
What? I definitely can do this. Were these guys known as Mariners?
1 definitely. The other 3 are mostly part-time.
Ichiro Suzuki.
Yeah, that's 1.
That's 1. Alex Rodriguez.
Yep, that's another one.
There we go. Elvis and no, obviously not.
Who played next to him?
Oh. Adrian Beltre.
Yep, that's 3.
There we go.
And the last one is a legend for another American League West team.
It's an A.
Yes, it is.
It's an A. It's not Jason Giambi.
Nope. He stole a lot of bases.
Oh, I got it. Ricky Henderson.
Yeah.
Let's go.
That's the 4. It was pretty fun. There was some really good trivia. If you're watching this, we haven't posted it, you're going to have to stay tuned to all our social media channels. There's some good questions that make you think there. But we're going to keep exploring. We're going to keep looking around this place. We still got a couple more things to check off in our other challenge vlog. Time is ticking. We're going to go look for them. Okay, we're at the Home Run Derby. We're here on the upper deck. Our seats are right up over there. We're about to mosey our way over there for a second.
And we got to interview some Mariners fans, keep doing some stuff while we were in the ballpark here too. We found a Mariners fan inside Globe Life Field here. Where are we traveling here from?
From Austin, Texas. But I'm from Oregon originally, so I've been a diehard since I was a little kid.
What do you want to see the boys do at the deadline?
I think we should try to get Jazz Chisholm Jr. I think we need to go after a couple more bats, but we need the ownership to be able to spend more money.
Walk by John Heyman, walk by Ben Verlander, but D-Sarm we got on the mic, and I got to tell you guys, he is awesome. I'm sure you guys have seen some of his stuff. So cool. All the stuff he's doing for baseball content, like we cannot say enough great things about it. All right, D-Sarm, give me your top 3 favorite Mariners of all time.
I'm gonna get a little weird with this. 3, I'm gonna go Ken Griffey Jr. Okay, solid choice. You gotta put him in your top 3. 2, I'm gonna go Justin Dunn. Boston guy, gotta go show love to my Northeast guys, went to BC, so Justin Dunn. And I remember he did a behind the scenes with Driveline, I think, of like his leading up to draft day, and it was like, for a few years ago I saw it and it just made me like, gave me goosebumps. I was like, I wanna get drafted, like this is the coolest thing ever. And then number 1, Ichiro. Ichiro's my number 1. What he did for the game, what he like. I mean, you see it to this day. The Japanese ties he's brought to baseball. It's just so special, man. So that's my top 3 favorite.
How many times you get to see Ichiro play in person over the years?
Once. I saw him once at Fenway, I remember, and it was the coolest thing ever because I never thought about like people who were from Japan going to like Boston to visit and making their trip around seeing Ichiro play. That was the cool. I was like, they had the flags and stuff, and I was like probably 9 or 10. I just remember thinking like, whoa, that's like so cool. They came from a different country to see him play. So I remember that distinctly.
Shout out D-Sarm.
We're up here in the Raptors at our seats. Home Run Derby is about to get underway. What's your prediction?
Give me Gunnar to win this thing. Gunnar over Bobby Witt in the finals. Give me the 2 most exciting guys in the finals, Gunnar and Bobby, and Gunnar's just gonna beat him by a little bit. So I'm taking Gunnar to win this thing.
You know, we've been trying to tie in the Mariners all weekend, so I have to pick our guy. I'm picking Teoscar Hernandez to win this derby. No one's picking him except for me, and I think he's gonna win tonight.
If Teoscar Hernandez wins this derby, let it be known, I am gonna be extremely pissed off. Not Teo.
That second deck out there better be ready. Get loud!
Also, I want it to be known, the cheer Adolis got in his introduction tonight here in Dallas and Arlington, not even close to the ovation Julio got last year. Seattle over Texas? I think so. Not even close to the ovation that Julio got. Well, that was a tough first round. Updated score at the end of 1. Gunnar Henderson, Lyles finished last, so he will not be advancing. Teoscar Hernandez does. That means we're both rooting for Teo now. Absolutely not. Oh, no!
There goes number 5.
Guess who's going to the finals? Swing Up champion! We're still alive! Let it be known I have Bobby Witt in second in this derby. You better believe I'm rooting for him against Teo. I will not watch Teoscar Hernandez win this derby. No. I will not watch Teo win this derby.
Get him! Oh my God! One homer shy.
Derby's over, we're outside, and guess who was right? Lyle, guess who was right? Oh yeah, me. Teoscar Hernandez won the Derby. This is gonna be my victory lap. It feels so good. Was I confident the entire time? No. But I won anyway, so first place, and unfortunately for Lyle, who you're about to hear from, last place.
All right, look, a lot of people are asking me to congratulate Teoscar Hernandez on winning the home run derby. I'm simply not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. Guess what, buddy? You didn't like hitting in Seattle? You struck out over 31% of the time. You didn't put the bat on the ball. Get out of here with you didn't like hitting in Seattle. So great, of course he wins the derby. Mariners was 3-4 against the Angels to end the first half. Teo says he hates hitting in Seattle, says other people hate hitting in Seattle from other players he talks to around the league, and then he goes out and wins the derby. You know, as a great man named Frank the Tank once said, pain, suffering, misery never end.
Takeaway from that reaction from Lyle? God, it feels so good to win.
No. So overall takeaways on the derby, got exciting at the end, definitely started slow. Field was nowhere as good as it was last year in Seattle. This crowd, man, it doesn't even hold a candle to Seattle. I know we're probably biased Mariners fans. It does not hold a candle here in Arlington.
Globe Life Field, as new as it is, has not left a real glowing impression on me. The atmosphere, I thought, left a lot to be desired. When the only thing you can hear in a ballpark is the speakers, not the fans, I don't really think that's a good thing. Ran into Jared Carabas on the way out of the stadium.
We met the whole Baseball is Dead crew. If you guys follow our social content, you saw we met Dallas in Seattle earlier in the year. Jared's been on the pod, is a friend of the pod. We got to meet him in person for the first time, which was awesome. Joey, who runs Baseball Doesn't Exist, massive baseball YouTube channel. Met him in person, super cool. Talked with him, hung out with him for a few minutes. All awesome, all exactly how they seem on the podcast. That was certainly a highlight of the day.
Okay, day number 3 is officially a wrap.
Officially a wrap. A good day 3. We did a lot. Day 4 has a chance to be even busier. Red carpet tomorrow. We'll see what else is in store.
Day 4, All-Star game day. And yeah, it feels a little bit more crowded. The red carpet's gonna happen behind us going, it's like this way-ish.
It'll be between the two ballparks. It'll be between the old Ranger Stadium and the new Ranger Stadium, right along the street. We're obviously going to be standing here hanging out for it, seeing what we can get. There's going to be a ton of people out here. We're down here early. See what day 4 brings us, right?
Okay, we're inside the red carpet. It is starting. There's Moose already walked past. We just saw Orbit resisted the urge to shove it.
Oh, I need to shout something at Orbit. Is he still there? Hey, let's get this. Hey, Kyle Tucker's a Mariner, baby. Let's go, Orbit.
Who will it be?
Also, we were in Texas Live before this thing started. We ran into Durangelo Sanger. Awesome dude. And we're hoping now in the next week or 2 when he gets up to Seattle, we'll get him on the mic then. Because we've got some stuff for him when he gets on the mic.
2012 by the Astros, first overall pick in that 2012 draft. Carlos Correa representing the Twins, making his 3rd All-Star appearance.
Okay, Logan is right behind us, walking down the red carpet. Outfit rating.
It's pretty bland. We love you, Logan. You're the man, but I'm going like 5 out of 10.
Yeah, I do 5 out of 10 too. Clean suit, but not much flavor.
5 out of 10.
2012, 1.04 whip, signed as an international free agent in 2015.
Let's go, Andres!
First All-Star appearance.
Andres Munoz is back there now.
This one hurts.
Us,
we miss him here in Texas, but he is tearing it up.
I'll give it a little bit higher than Logan.
The Royals making his first All-Star appearance. It is Cole Reagan's and his.
I got a question for Shohei. Yo, 1 year 65 with the M's, buddy. Fell through.
We are back inside the refuge of the air conditioning after the red carpet. It was hot out there. We saw everyone we wanted to see. Saw Shohei, saw Paul Skeens, saw Libby Dunn. It was a popular group, but There was one group missing.
There was one group missing. There was not a single Houston Astro to walk the red carpet. We didn't get to yell out to Kyle Tucker to be a Mariner. He didn't even give us a chance. I think the fact that this game is in Arlington, in Dallas, all the Astros just bailed out of this thing. Now, Tucker is on the IL right now, but no Altuve, no Yordan Alvarez, no Kyle Tucker. Even if they're not playing, they can still walk down the red carpet. They were named All-Stars. Logan's not playing. He was still here. He walked down the red carpet, but no Astros. Not even showing up. Sad.
So we just ran into friend of the pod, Pitching Ninja, a few minutes ago. That was a lot of fun. Got some pitcher rankings. Stay tuned to all of our social media accounts. You guys will see that. Okay, Pitching Ninja, can you rank your top 5 Mariners pitchers of all time?
Ranking them, that's going to be hard because I love all pitchers equally. Number one, I'm going to Big Unit because he's maybe the number 1 pitcher of all time, so we got to do that. Number 2, King Felix. I mean, anybody's got a whole K corner, got to do that, right? Yeah, right. Number 3, I love the current staff, so I'm going with like, I want to go like a tie. I don't pick favorites. Okay. I love Castillo. I love Kirby. I love Miller. I love Wu. Absolutely. Okay. And just fill out the whole thing with that. Right? Okay. I love those guys.
He's the best. He's the man. He's here at All-Star Week doing content as well. He gets to be on the red carpet. I think eventually we'll get on there.
Well, we can dream, right? Yeah, you guys know Rob's awesome. We've had him on twice. Now he hops on the mic for some social stuff.
Got a few more hours till the All-Star game starts. We're going to go try and find some more people. Well, Tuesday is winding down. The All-Star game's actually going on right back there, but we're not inside.
Shohei already hit a home run, a rocket home run. You know what, Shohei? 1 for 65, dude. What happened?
Yeah, what happened?
This is his fault.
Yeah, he should have done that deal.
You're not happy with the Dodgers. We know that. Like, you wanted to be a Mariner.
So we're wrapping up, at least for here at this location. Funny enough, Lyle, look at us. We're on the red carpet.
DJ, what are you talking about? I was on the red carpet earlier. Me, Christian Yelich were the same person, my doppelganger.
Oh, and Aaron Judge.
Oh,
that's a new one.
So a couple people told me this week that I look like Aaron Judge, which I've never heard before. I've heard Christian Yelich about 1 million times, never Aaron Judge. So drop us a comment and let us know. Do I actually look like Aaron Judge? I guess that's a good thing if I do. You let me know.
We had nearly 2-hour conversation with Trevor May, just chilling and hanging out. Friend of the podcast. You had met him in person before. I had not yet gotten to meet him in person before.
I think we can pretty firmly say, like, not even just friend of the pod, I'd say our friend Trevor May. Like, such an awesome dude. I know every time we talk to people, we say such an awesome dude, but as all of you know who watch Trevor May stuff, genuinely, such an awesome dude. I mean, what were we talking about? It ranged from Mariner talk to baseball talk to content talk to YouTube strategy to potential lockouts in baseball, like everything. Like, he's so fun to talk shop with and talk baseball with. You're going to see him around Seattle a bunch. He's obviously in the Seattle area now. I think we're going to do a bunch of stuff with him moving forward, which we're looking forward to. But yeah, getting to actually chop it up with him here for a while at All-Star Week, it's one of the highlights of the week.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Can you recall the most demoralizing home run you've ever given up against the Mariners?
Yes, it was I believe, a 2-1 curveball to Edwin Encarnacion in a day game getaway day, and I think it was a 3-run homer. And it was to really cap off a tough day for me. And Encarnacion taking me way back on a curveball, and I don't throw that pitch anymore for that reason.
Mariner Edwin Encarnacion.
Yes, Mariner Edwin Encarnacion.
That is a pull. He was not a Mariner for very long.
No, he wasn't. 1-2 years, I think.
It was like half a season.
Maybe like half a season. Yeah, it was. There's a deep cut for you.
Yeah. He was pretty good, though. It's okay.
I believe he was playing first base over Daniel Vogelbach, who was about 15 years younger. So that's a fact for you.
What's a final thought from here as we depart this location? It's been a fun time here.
It's been very fun. Like, let me say this: no All-Star Week won't be fun. We've had a blast. We've done a bunch. We hope we've taken you guys along for a good amount of it. I will say, I think other venues can do a better job with their All-Star Week than the city of Dallas and Arlington. Like, the fact the draft was all the way in Fort Worth, wasn't around the All-Star Village. Rangers fans, like, this is not us trying to slight the AL West. Like, that ballpark doesn't really get active. There's not big energy. Like Lotto would be disappointed. There is not big energy out at Globe Life Field. There is at T-Mobile Park. Last year's All-Star Week blew it out of the water, I think. Go ahead.
And I would think that was part of the reason we decided not to go to the All-Star game today. I mean, it just wouldn't feel like the proper atmosphere at the ballpark. But ultimately, it was good to take it in. It's good to have the old ballpark, now Choctaw Stadium, right next to Globe Life Field behind us. We have Texas Live, that is a lot of fun. Both the hotels here are pretty nice. Right next to Jerry World. It has been a cool experience. You and I had never been to Dallas before. And now we finally can say we had been to Dallas. And I think this trip was well worth it. I think that Trevor conversation really put the cherry on top of this week. Was fantastic. The connections we made, the people we ran into, the challenges we did. Exhausting, but very, very, very fun.
Very fun and very worth it. Hopefully Atlanta's not this hot next year, but assuming we run it back next year in Atlanta, like we're gonna plan to do a bunch of stuff again.
This is it. This is the end of the vlog. We're at the end of day 4. The All-Star game wrapped up an hour or so ago.
This is the second All-Star week in a row. My voice has been shot by the end of it. Going to All-Star week's so fun. It's the one, like we said, it's the one time of the year the whole baseball community comes together, and we got to embrace it again.
I'm going to say one thing that would help your voice is Teoscar Hernandez not being in next year's All-Star game.
No, yeah,
that would help?
That probably did not.
Yeah, that probably did not help. You know what's next? Now the draft's over, the All-Star game's over, second half is looming. It's time for the Mariners to go out, be aggressive, and make the damn playoffs. Like that's what time it is right now.
Yeah. For us, it's basically back to regularly scheduled programming. We'll be back out at the ballpark. We'll go back to normal podcasting, all that stuff. But for the Mariners, it's go time. It's time to go get some guys.